Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Carl Jobs. I watched his last video, and he had a section there. He was talking about Billy Mitchell, of course, because it's the Billy Mitchell channel now. Um, and he made a statement that he was ready for the worst. He was ready for the worst and hoping for the best, basically, but he was ready to accept a negative verdict in the Billy Mitchell case. How different that is from what he said on videos on the past, the confidence levels he showed in the past. And I would have to say that he's probably accepted the fact that his lawyers got out lawyered in the Billy Mitchell case. Now, does that guarantee anything? No, it doesn't. But it really didn't put him in a strong position. I think most people that followed that trial, those of you probably listening, were thinking that this was going to be a lot easier for Carl Jobs, and it wasn't. It was actually a very hard trial for him because Billy Mitchell, frankly, just had better lawyers. It's just as simple as that. Better lawyers that were better prepared, that didn't drop the ball like his lawyers did, and that really put him in a pickle. And, I compared this, and I had made another video. And sorry for shooting out here in the wild, guys. If you can hear it, I'm in the middle of the jungle. I'm out here in the Philippines. I compared to his other video on Gerard, and I was just thinking, man, what a waste. If there's anybody that should know how to measure your words, because there's litigious people out there, for example, like Gerard's family, that have actually said to him, we're going to take legal action. And he keeps on doing the same things over again. The same things that got him in trouble with Billy Mitchell, it appears he's doing again. Now, this is not a video to crap on him, because it's, going through a trial, if anybody's ever been through a trial, it's not a pleasant experience. It takes a toll on your mindset. It takes a toll on your family. It takes a toll on your life, man. It's not a pleasant thing to go through. Nobody that's ever been to court ever says, go ahead and sue me. I promise you that. Because it can take years off your life. It takes away from your productivity. It takes away from your family life. It takes away from your happiness. It doesn't matter how right you think you are. Because look at him. He was so confident going into that trial. Right? Calling Billy Mitchell names. Saying this, saying that, saying the other. Right? And look at him now. He's preparing for the worst. Look at him getting emotional in court. That's you're breaking down, because your mind can only take so much. So if there's any person that should know, right, that measuring your words to protect your work, to protect your asset, to protect what you have, right? You can still say the same things in a different way that don't get you in trouble. And it surprises me that this guy, even though he hired lawyers for Billy Mitchell, doesn't have, legal assessment for his professional work, especially when he's dealing with people that are telling him, we're going to sue you. If somebody tells you, we're going to sue you, you should believe them, especially if they have money, right? Because people with money, it doesn't take as much as toll on them. All they have to do is throw more money at the problem. And the one thing that Gerard's family does have is money. And in that video where he talks about Gerard, he makes again those type of declarative statements when it comes to people committing crimes. You could say allegedly, like the news does. You could say there's questions being asked about this. You can provide the same message to people using different words in order to cover your ass legally. I don't think that's too fucking hard. And it's surprising from a guy that's done such quality work in the past. That's what really is frustrating. If you're a Carl Jobs fan, that has enjoyed, his work for years, to see him piss it away for a case that should be nothing. I mean, do you think anybody's going to sympathize with Gerard? No. You don't even have to say everything that you think. It could be in your mind, right? You could think of, whatever things you can think of Gerard that he might or might have not done. But when you're going into activities that are specifically illegal, like he's talking about skimming money and the public realizing people are stealing money, stuff like that, That's illegal, right? That when you're talking about stealing, that's actually a crime. And unless you have proof or somebody's been convicted, that's not the route, not the route to go if people are telling you that they're going to sue you. And the problem is here, I mean, for us, it's entertainment. I mean, look at me. I love talking about these trials. But I don't want anybody in harm's way for no reason, right? If somebody's throwing out their frivolous lawsuits, it's one thing. But when you're giving them the tools, when you're inviting them to sue you, and you're wasting your time and energy and crap that is not even worth it, I don't think anybody in their right mind in the gaming community is going to go out there and defend Gerard in any sort of way. All right, but what irony would it be if the only way that family would make money again from that voided venture, deleted venture, is from making money off of Carl for, his statements? It would be insane. But that's the position you put yourself into. That's a price you pay, guys. Anybody can call themselves a journalist. But a journalist is a professional, like I told you. There's things in business that you learn by doing, by having a mentor, by going to school, X, Y, and Z. Carl is a very talented man, very smart man. But he makes these rookie mistakes in a profession that he didn't study for, right? That's when you need professional advice. That's when you need legal advice. If I do something that's outside of my realms of my study, hey, I need to get a professional, right? Just like I go help people that don't know what they're doing in my area of expertise, they hire me to give them my opinion, to say, hey, don't do X, you have to do Y, you have to do Z, right? Just from experience. That's what you're paying me for. That's what you pay lawyers for. That's what you pay business advisors for. But I can tell you this, I don't know what kind of lawyer advised him to make the video that he made on Gerard. Because that video is basically a video to say, hey, why don't you come and sue me, right? I've wasted 3 years with Billy Mitchell, and I might lose, right? I coughed up the football. I fumbled the bag basically in court so bad that I'm preparing for the worst. And I can't think of anything better than getting sued again. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I'm very disappointed. I think this guy has talent. I think this guy could do better work, right? More detail-oriented work. I think he's a step up above a lot of, actual journalists as far as talent. But he's for some reason, he's not able to put it together. And I think this Billy Mitchell stuff really, really screwed him up. I think it did, because he's making the same mistakes. You can't make the same mistakes twice and then blame other people. You have to take accountability, and if you need to get professional help, you go get it, man. I mean, there's no shame in that. That's why we hire lawyers. That's why we hire advisors. That's why you hire consultants. And it'd be a shame to see this guy's talent go to waste. But right now, that's probably what's going to happen. These people have threatened to sue them, and if he keeps on making videos like this, that'll be a guarantee. And for us, it's going to be more content. We got more to talk about. But, you really hate to see a talented person lose it like that. It's tough to hear Carl sound so defeated and having his fate be governed by somebody else, because that's what's happening right now. A judge that he doesn't know, that he has no clue how this guy's going to rule, has his fate in his hands. Yeah, the channel's going to continue this and that and the other, but it's not going to be the same, man. This guy really should button his work up. But we'll see what happens. It'll give us something to talk about. All right, guys. I will catch you on the next one. Take care.